Alright, Big NutButt here with our celebrity interview. We're going to be calling Mr. David Michael Latt, producer of Sharknado, producer of Z Nation, along with over 200 other productions. Fucking insane.
Welcome. Service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound sign. Will be placed on hold until the next caller arrives.
Oh.
David?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Latt. Wasn't sure if it was connected yet. Alright.
Who am I talking to?
This is Dick NutButt here with High Jynx TV with David Michael Latt, one of the producers of Sharknado, Z Nation, and a shitload of other stuff. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, with me. And
Sure. Well, you know, kind of a slow day. I think we only have about 10 films in production, so it's easy breezy day.
oh, wow. Alright, first question, Sharknado. I personally loved it. A lot of people that I know are like, oh, that movie was crap. No, it wasn't. It was hilarious. It was great. It was a great movie. So what were your thoughts about going in on Sharknado?
Well, first of all, your friends are fucking morons. You know, it is crap, and it is fun, and it's great entertainment, and I'm very proud of the film, and what it is, and what it has become. I feel like a proud dad. In fact, I probably love it more than my own children, which is, don't tell them that. But, you know, we went into it like any other film. We produce at the studio a couple films a month. When we do SyFy, it's a lot of creature feature kind of stuff. And this was just one of many that we have done. If anyone's familiar with the Asylum's work, I mean, it probably feels very comfortably placed with other shows we've done for them. And, you know, so it was a normal movie for us that we had no expectations other than I hope it rates well. I hope people enjoy it. And let's see what happens, and then move on to the next one. I mean, by the time Sharknado came out, we probably made 15 other movies. You know, just, it was like, okay, well, that's what it is. And then it became Sharknado, you know. The expectations were just, hopefully it's a good show that everyone enjoys. That's about it. And still is, to that extent.
Oh, yeah. Good enough that there's, what, 3-4 of them now?
Yeah, we're in fact, I pulled away from a production meeting, talking about number 4. So we're in high gear for shooting number 4 right now.
Nice. And moving on to the next thing that you've been producing, I noticed that you work on Z Nation, and my honest opinion, I like it better than Walking Dead. The first episode had so much captivation that I had to keep watching. I couldn't not keep watching it. So, like...
You obviously have very good taste.
I try. So,
go on.
Was there any Walking Dead influence that went into creating Z Nation? Obviously, it's a zombie flick, so it could be, oh yeah, well, they took just ideas from Walking Dead, but was there any real Walking Dead influence?
No, thankfully I was really removed from those details of the show. You know, when SyFy approached us to make the movie, it was based on films that we created for them. That was one of their highest rated, called Zombie Apocalypse. And they said, look, you know, because of Sharknado and the success of that, and we've been talking about doing series for a long time, why don't you create a series based on the zombie apocalypse? And it was really led by a guy named Craig Hengler, who used to work for SyFy, who wrote Zombie Apocalypse, and really had the ear of the president at the time, David Howe, to convince him that the series is the way to go. So really, it's Craig that came up with the how to do it. And he's a fan, I know, of Walking Dead, and just like, what are the differences? How do we make this stand out? Was able to bring in, we were able to bring in Carl Schaefer, the showrunner. He added his own details to it. I believe he's also a fan of Walking Dead, and really the challenge, I don't even know if it was a challenge, but the goal was to have our own voice and to make our own show and to really make what's interesting to us, whether it's zombies, it could have been vampires, zombies, whatever. I mean, you know, there's a lot of procedural shows on the air right now, and you can say that one looks like the other, but they all kind of operate in their own space and their own kind of point of view. And this was really that. I mean, you know, it just so happens that Walking Dead is a very shiny TV show that generates a lot of interest and you know, core fan base. So people compare it, but at the end of the day, there's probably room for 20, 30, 40, 50 other zombie shows with their own point of view and their own creative intent. So there was no let's actively make, you know, copy anything from Walking Dead. It was really just let's find our own voice and see where we go and what makes sense to us. I mean, I've said many times that if I wasn't producing the show, I'd be a fan of the show, because it really hits the places that I like. You know, what entertains me was really high octane, really in your face, fun, funny, engaging characters. Walking Dead for me is a slow, more of a drama that you kind of have these zombie elements. So as a genre guy, I lean into Walking Dead a lot more because it's what we do really well at the Asylum, which is cater to the genre audience. We're not trying to be highbrow and try and create something different genre. We're not trying to be dramatic and get, you know, into characters and stuff, which is horrible to say. But at the end of the day, you know, I wanted to just watch something that's going to be fun and entertaining, and that was the Z Nation for me.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, The Walking Dead. I got up to season 4, and then I got a spoiler that Herschel was going to die, and I didn't finish it.
Well, you know, and I hope that people don't say that about, you know, Z Nation. I think what's really exciting about the challenge of Z Nation is the showrunner and all the writers and the directors and the actors, everyone kind of set the bar very high with great performances, but also like really pushing the envelope with what crazy shit can we do this week, you know?
Yeah.
And really have fun with it. What kind of different zombies can we have? What kind of different outline, you know, plots can we have? What kind of special, you know, what's the special sauce in this episode that's going to really make it something we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about, you know, and get excited about. What's really fun is that not only is it a show that we all enjoy, but the actors are very engaged. They're very engaged with the social media side and fan outreach, and you know, they want to basically exploit the show, and they're very evangelical with the show. They love it so much, which is wonderful. I mean, I've been in projects where people just kind of drag their feet and think, "Oh crap," you know.
Yeah.
And that's so not the case with Z Nation. I mean, everyone is a fan of the show and wants to get the word out, you know, to watch the show and to make it a huge success, and to, you know, just, I think everyone feels like if everyone can just see the show, and there's a lot of TV out there, if they can just watch the show once, I think, you know, we're gonna hook the audience, and I think that, I believe in that narrative as well. I think that's correct.
Oh yeah. It definitely hooked me literally after 10 minutes of the first episode. I was, okay, I gotta see what happens next. So it's wonderful.
Well, good. They're doing their jobs.
Well, yeah. Alright, so what was your first big hit in the industry? What got your foot into the door, so to speak?
Well, my success happened overnight after 18 years with Sharknado. Prior to that, it's just really trudging along and making whatever you can, and you know, our success is that we kept getting asked to make more movies. There's never really been a big commercial or financial success. I thought the biggest thing we ever would do was when we did Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. We were a Jeopardy question, and I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. I even made shirts with it on there, the screen grab from the Jeopardy show. You know, it was just to be in this pop culture zeitgeist. Just we don't make necessarily movies for the audience. We're trying to just stick our heads in the ground and make movies, and we have at the time, no real concept that there was a fan base out there, or anyone was really interested in what we had to do or what we had to say. So, you know, we just kept producing films. There was, so up till Sharknado, there was really, and a little bit of Mega Shark, there was really no success. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, our success was our very first film because we designed the films to always make money, so we never lost a dime, and that helped get more money for the next film. The first film we made for 30, we sold for 60. The next film we made for 60, we sold for 80. And the next film we made 80, we sold for 120. And you know, we grew that way.
Yeah.
And so again, there wasn't any big success, but the success was making enough money to make the next film. And you know, here we are 200 films later in a TV series. And I think that gamble, if you call it that, paid off in that regard. But it was definitely a slow burn to where we're at now.
Oh yeah. What's the most exciting thing that you've done since you've started making films? Like necessarily, maybe not something that everybody's seen, but something that you personally have been, oh my god, this is awesome.
You know, seeing on the social media side of things, when people are talking about films I've made, is bizarre to me, a little bit surreal. And being invited to be in that group is still bizarre. Meeting people, especially people that I admired as a child, and meet, you know, as an adult now, because I'm in the same industry, and they've heard of my work, or at least lie about it, is really exciting. You know, to make those impressions, it's very strange, but so that's the most interesting thing. I mean, the most exciting thing is there's a few on a more personal level, which is you know, the ability to do what you love to do is very rare, and you know, something I try to take for granted, but something I'm keenly aware of that I'm doing. So you know, I get to make movies, and I've always wanted to do that. Even as a child, I was making videos, or at the time Super 8, that old. So to be able to follow that dream all the way through, and I'm almost 50 now, it's pretty intense. It's something that I celebrate every day. I'm really proud of that accomplishment. And I enjoy my work, and I enjoy the people immensely that I hang out with, because they're all very, very, very passionate people as well, and artists. I love artists. They're craftsmen and technicians, and that's great. And I'm able to live a comfortable life with my wife of 21 years and my kids, and I mean, it's you know, I have a lot to be thankful for. So but you've asked about what you know, are the surprising things that I can look back and have that life.
Yeah.
You know, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, but and you know, and get to make the films I want to make. You know, on top of it all, you know, I love the films. They're dumb. I get it. I'm in on the joke. I know they're not for everybody, but they're a lot of fun. And we get to make a lot of different genres. You know, we shoot films for Lifetime, and do thrillers, Women in Peril, and you know, Animal Planet. You know, certainly SyFy, and you know, a dozen other people. and companies. And every single time it's a new challenge and something new, and it's great. It's really great.
That's awesome. I did not realize how many different companies that you guys were producing for and working with. that's astounding.
No, it does. I mean, if look, the genre fan base is very strong and very vocal and very social media savvy and whatnot. So, you know the companies are very certain specific thing because that's all you see or you're going to seek out to see. But there are a lot of people that we do Christmas movies, talking dog films, and family movies, and that's all they know the asylum for on that side of things. So I have no idea that we do Z Nation, and they shouldn't know. So that would freak them out.
that is awesome. So how long? What's the longest that you have spent from beginning to end for a movie, from starting to putting it out? I'm rambling.
Well, they range on an average of 4 to 6 months from, hey, let's go write a script to here is the product, ready for distribution. It just really depends on, we've done a film from start to finish in less than 30 days. So it depends on the buyer. It depends on who wants the property, how quickly they want it. But usually, if it's more than 6 months, it causes a problem because the company is a cash flow company. What that means is that we can't keep the doors open if we don't make an income because we're dependent on the cash flow of our business. We don't have investors. We're debt free. I mean, we're a really strong, healthy company. We're a bank. We can do loans, but we're dependent upon the cash flow, which means that we have to output a lot of film a month, and we're not producing. Am I answering the question?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It varies.
I feel like I'm not on a tangent on that one, but
oh yeah, no, definitely, because there are some things that, like, there's an interview that we did with Old Superhero, and the first interview that I put out, it took me a couple days to edit it and upload it, and then that one, it took me almost a week to edit and upload, and there wasn't really too much more to go in, but it time consuming. So it does vary. I know that's a kind of hard question to answer specifically.
Well, I mean, just the time frame. If we go more than 6 months, it becomes more difficult with the cash flow, and so our shows are designed to do pretty quick and very nimble, and so if someone needs something really quick, we can handle that pretty quick. If it goes longer than that, then we lose money.
Oh yeah.
We have to employ more people, and
excuse me. All right. So, notice we're up here at almost half hour. So, final question, I guess. Is there any big things that you're working on for the future? Anything that you wanna throw out there before we wrap this up?
I will say a thing is, we're rolling up the sleeves on Sharknado 4. We are rolling up the sleeves on Z Nation Season 3 right now. We finished a film last year with Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys, a whole bunch of good friends, called Dead 7.
Oh my God!
On SyFy.
I saw a preview for that.
That's a lot of fun.
That looked really good.
A lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that show. And then we have probably we have 2 films a month that come out every month. So you can go to our website, find out what's being released. I don't even know what's being released. And then just on a personal side, I'm building up. I've decided to kind of jump into the Twitterverse, as you know, and jump in there. And I have a contest right now when I hit 10,000 followers. That it'll be a one-on-one conversation over the phone, about anything, spoilers, movies, spy films, career advice, that kind of thing. So I encourage you to get more followers, and everyone wants to welcome there at David and Latt on my Twitter handle, and that's about the long and the short of it.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're extremely busy every day, and I definitely will be sharing all of that information, and I'll send you a link when we get this interview uploaded. And
thank you.
Maybe in a few months we can set up for another interview.
Sure. Anytime.
All right. Well, you have a great day,
Perfect.
and thank you again so much. Bye. All right. That was our interview with David Michael Latt. You guys hit this like, subscribe, share button. Go check out the other interviews. We've got one with Old Superhero. We got one with Bella from the band Belladonna. We've got one from Inglewood Benji. And we got one with Anthony Michael Damaris, who went on tour with Creed, who filmed for Flogging Molly, did a bunch of shit. And we also got one with MMA star Carson Cooper. So you guys go check those out. Go check out the rest of our shows. And again, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. We'll be back soon. Who are we going to be interviewing next? I don't know. Who do you want us to interview? Comment below. Tweet them. Tweet us. We'll tweet them.